The United States has joined the war against Iran. U.S. military carried out attacks on 3 key Iranian nuclear sites, while Iran says the United States and Israel have crossed all the major red lines and that diplomacy is not an option anymore. Here's a roundup of the latest developments unfolding at this moment. According to Israeli media reports, an Israeli official has said that Netanyahu was told about U.S. strikes on Iran 24 hours before American attacks on 3 of Iran's nuclear sites. The top official from Israel went on to say that the country does not expect a major escalation from Iran after American strikes on Saturday. Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian was seen at a protest in Tehran, released by Iran's state broadcaster. These visuals show Pezeshkian making his way through the crowd at a protest in Tehran, denouncing U.S. strikes on Iranian nuclear facilities. Earlier in the day, Pezeshkian had slammed American military strikes on Iran's nuclear facilities and accused Washington of being the, quote, main driver behind Israeli strikes. U.S. President Donald Trump has hit out at Republican lawmaker for criticizing Operation Midnight Hammer. Trump has come down heavily on Thomas Massie of Kentucky, saying he's not MAGA. In his social media post, President Trump called Massie a negative person. The U.S. president hit back at the critics and said letting Iran have the highest level nuclear weapon is not good politics. Meanwhile, his vice president, J.D. Vance, has said that Iran's nuclear program has been set back by many years. Vance said that Tehran now has a renewed path to peace after U.S. struck 3 Iranian nuclear sites. The IDF says for the first time, military jets have struck Iranian territory at a record distance of 2,200 kilometers. According to the state media, at least 9 IRGC guards were killed. The missiles targeted storage facilities for Khorramshahr, surface-to-surface missiles in the Yazd area, marking the farthest reach of Israeli airstrikes to date. Reportedly, around 30 Israeli fighter jets hit dozens of targets, including the Imam Hussein Strategic Missile Command Center. After U.S. attacks on Iran's nuclear sites, Tehran has sent a pointed message to Washington. In a social media post, Ali Shamkhani, who's a senior advisor to Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei, stated that even assuming the complete destruction of nuclear sites, the game is not over. Shamkhani says that all of Iran's enriched materials remains intact.
I know that battle damage is of great interest. Final battle damage will take some time, but initial battle damage assessments indicate that all 3 sites sustained extremely severe damage and destruction.
Iran says U.S. strikes on its nuclear facilities have wounded an unspecified number of people, but none of the injured showed any signs of radioactive contamination after receiving medical treatment. Fresh satellite images revealed the aftermath of U.S. bunker buster strikes on Iran's Fordo, Isfahan and Natanz nuclear sites. Massive craters scarred the ridge above the underground complex. A layer of grey ash blanketed the area, and several tunnel entrances were blocked with debris. Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi has condemned the U.S. strikes on Iran's nuclear facilities, calling it a major red line crossed. Araghchi accused the Trump administration of betraying both Iran, saying that there is no point for opting for diplomacy now. Further, Araghchi vowed that Iran would defend itself by all necessary means, holding Washington fully responsible for the dangerous consequences.
There is no red line that they have not crossed. And the last one, and the most dangerous one, was happened only last night, when they crossed a very big red line by attacking nuclear facilities. I don't know how much room is left for diplomacy. We are now calculating the damages.
Iran's armed forces say they targeted multiple sites in Israel, including Ben Gurion Airport, after U.S. attacks on key nuclear sites. At least 86 people were injured after Iran unleashed 2 massive missile barrages on Israel. Several buildings were heavily damaged in the Ramat Aviv area in Tel Aviv.